My comment is about the CKLA reading curriculum, which perpetuates your DEI program of education, specifically for grades 4 and 5, and which I believe is what you're poised to approve tonight. Some examples. Young children read a story about a girl choosing her middle name. The girl says, "I picked the name Elizabeth because it was the whitest name I could think of." Stories repeatedly contrast whites and blacks. One tells of a young black man traveling on a train. He asks a porter if he can help with any work. The porter says, "We'll see," but he's very aware of the white conductor who could make trouble for him. At the station, porters helped the white ladies in all their finery, but the blacks didn't get any help. Whites used carts to carry their bags, but blacks weren't allowed to use them. Blacks brought their own food because food on the train was only for whites. Other stories tell of grim conditions for blacks in hospitals and better conditions for whites. Of black children's schools being run-down buildings and whites having very modern schools. Of black children collecting firewood for heat at school, but white kids didn't have to do that. Of black kids having to walk to school and white kids riding a bus and throwing trash at black kids out the windows. How during slavery, blacks had to pretend they were happy or whites would get angry. And when whites died, blacks had to pretend they were sad. And how blacks got treated better if they pretended they liked whites. No one wants to deny the fact of slavery and mistreatment of blacks in our country's history. It has always been taught. But what you do is different. No one wants to deny that a disproportionate percentage of blacks underachieve in school, commit crimes, and live in poverty. But your DEI-driven education identifies the wrong cause and sends the message that blacks can't fix it, as if it's what whites do that keeps them down or will raise them up. The pedagogy of anti-oppressive DEI education makes children think that blacks are victims of whites and America is bad, and makes children feel bad so that they will be motivated activists to change the world to a DEI world. It's a destructive, perverse, divisive Marxist ideology, and what it does to children, their families, and society is nothing less than tragic. If you really want to be kind, empathetic, and welcoming to all kids, stop DEI. Besides, I thought that was what you were supposed to be doing, not buying more materials to continue it. Thank you.